click on the data tab, because we are not done with our cleaning and transformation. So we
Yeah.
still go back to it. Okay.
That's just to get the Power Query now.
No, we are not getting any data. We already have the data. So we just need to go back into the Power Query. So can you see where you have queries and connections?
Yes.
Queries and connections. Okay, click it. Okay. Connected to. Mm. Okay, click on the first one. That query, yeah, click on that thing. Let me see. Is it clickable?
No.
Mm-mm. It's supposed to. Um, I'm coming. Click. Can you see that place where they say click here to see where the selected connections are used? Let me see.
Yes.
So we're supposed to see. We're supposed to see edit, right? We're supposed to see edit so that it take us back to
Where we were.
our query editor.
Hmm.
I'm coming. Um, Okay, can you see that? You can close this one. Can you see that properties under queries and connection? Click it. Let me see what is there. Hmm. Okay, click cancel it. Click any cell within this data. Let me see. Is it in the edit mode like this? Hmm. One second.
No.
Sorry, we couldn't. Which one is
Hold
it?
on. I tried to. Uh, hold on. Sorry. I'm not sure what's going on with my Excel. Sorry, please give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back here, please.
Okay.
Yes, it's in edit mode.
Okay. Just hold on. I'm trying to see. Click the where you have that get data power query. Click the drop down. Let me see the options there. Okay. Click on launch power query editor. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So because your Excel is a bit different from what I'm
Yes.
used to. So I'm just trying
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
understand the flow. So the Power Query editor is actually a different window from the Excel sheet. Okay. So when we are done
Okay.
with this window, what we are done with this window is what we do close and load, so that it loads back into
The
the
Excel.
Excel sheet. Yeah, exactly. So
So
we
do
still have
close and
to
save. Okay, close and load. Yeah.
Yeah, close and load.
Okay.
So we still need to do some cleaning, right, and transformation before we now go back to this to the Excel spreadsheet. All right. So the last time we were talking about skewness, we were talking about normal distribution, type of normal distribution. We're talking about how to handle null values. I believe you've reviewed that session.
Yes, I have. I did this morning.
Okay. Okay. We have the first column here. We have ABC. So ABC here is saying this data is a categorical data with a text data type. Okay. So ABC there is text. Do you understand? Text data type. So
Okay.
anywhere you see ABC is plain text. All right.
Okay.
Then when you say 1 to 3 is numerical
Yes.
data. So that column is numerical data. But 1 to 3 means integer, all right, or whole number. Okay, 1 to 3 means whole number. If you see 1.2, 1.2 is saying it is float or decimal. Okay, float or decimal. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
So they are um more like an acronym, right, for this thing. So ABC text, 1.2 for decimal. Okay, and
Okay.
then when you see something that looks like a calendar, that is actually date, right? You know, and stuff like that. So if you click that ABC, for example, you understand what I'm saying. Click the ABC, so you can see
Yes.
the logo,
Data type.
yeah, the symbol or logo, before those text there.
Yes.
1.2 decimal number, currency symbol, currency 1 2 3 for O number, and stuff like that. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about forward field. Let's talk about forward field, backward field. Now, if you look at this, one of the things I mentioned about handling null values for categorical data is forward field and backward field. Right. What that means is that you can use the previous number to fill the null values that is after the previous number. Do you
You
understand?
can use. No, I don't.
Okay. So, you can use the previous value, all
Yes.
right, to fill in the null values that is following it. Do you understand?
So say we have the previous value is like 391. We can
Exactly.
use that one to fill the no value.
After it or in front of
But
it.
would that not cause some sort of imbalance?
No. So that is why you have to understand if when to use forward field and backward field. So we use forward field and backward field, right, when there is a pattern within the categorical data. All right. So if
Okay.
you're able to identify the patterns, then you can use that option. Because what we are saying is that it's like a way of randomizing the data that you have, and then you are now equally trying to distribute it. Do you understand? So it's something like that. So you're not picking an external data, but you are still using the same data to be able to do a kind of a random choice of filling the null values. Do you understand?
Okay.
But in this case now, if you say you use forward field is going to be the same across board. So let's say, for example, the way you can see row 3, you have a date there, which is 01/03/2020, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
in row 4, there is no values there, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Mhm. So if I do forward fill now, it means that I'm going to be using the row 3 to fill the row 4. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Row 7 to fill row 8, row 11 to fill row 12, row 15 to fill row 16. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, forward fill. So it's the same pattern across board. Do you understand? It's not like I'm going to use the same value. It's not like I'm going to use the same value to fill all the no value. No, I'm saying that the preceding value is what I'm going to use to fill the subsequent value that follows. All right, you
Okay.
get it. Mhm. So That's forward field. But backward field is the opposite, right? Backward field is saying that I'm using 5 to fill row 4, right? I'm using 8, I'm using 9 to fill row 8. I'm using 13 to fill 12, right? I'm using 17 to fill 16, like that. Backward field. So it's like the other way around, the anti-clockwise way around. Do you get?
Yeah.
All right. So, but if you're going to be using forward field, you have to be consistent across board. All right. If you're going to be using forward field, because consistency is very important when it comes to cleaning and analyzing data. All right. So if you use forward field, you have to use forward field across board. If you use backward field, you have to use backward field across board. Do you
But
understand?
then how do you know when to distinguish what to use?
Exactly. So, like I said, there must be a pattern. Now, in this case, now if you look at these dates now, we have 0103 2020, 0103 2020, 0103 2020, right?
Yeah.
So so if I do forward field, I'm using row 3 to fill 4, right? So I'm going to have 0103 2020 again. Now if I use row 7 to fill 8, I'm using 0203 2020 to fill. So there is a pattern. Do you understand? So I can do forward fill in that case. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Mhm. So it's not going to be imbalanced, right? Because there's a pattern there, right? It's like the way you do sequence in secondary school. Sequence basically
Mm-hmm.
is all about patterns within sequence of data or numbers, right? So if you are saying, if you say you have a formula and then you want to apply that formula, right, to be able to generate numbers, the formula is going to be the same thing if you have 100 numbers. It's going to be the same thing if you have 10 numbers. Do you understand? It's the same thing because the pattern is consistent. Do you get it now?
Yes.
I don't think you get it.
I'm trying
Okay,
to understand it.
okay, hold on. So I will share my screen to understand.
Okay. Let me stop sharing.
So let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so when I say sequence of number, let's say I have this sequence of numbers 258, and then I have dot dot. All right. Now there's a pattern within this data. Now the pattern is that I'm adding plus 3, right, to this.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So this is just 3 numbers, right? I'm saying that if I have 100 numbers, sequence of numbers, or series of numbers, um, the pattern that I'm using, which is plus 3, is still going to be the same thing across board. You understand?
Like,
So
okay. So if you have 100 numbers now, they all the 100 numbers will be plus three, plus three, plus three, plus
exactly,
three,
the common difference will be plus 3.
plus three. Okay.
Okay, yeah, plus 3. So the same thing with if I have 3 numbers, sequence of numbers, the pattern is still plus 3 because I'm just adding plus 3 to get the subsequent values, plus 3 to get the subsequent value. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the most important thing is that there is a pattern. And then the moment that pattern is identified, right, we can apply the method. Do you get it now? So
Yes.
across, whether you have 1,000 records, whether you have 50 records, whether you have 200 records, it's going to be the same thing because the pattern has been identified. You can just apply the methods on any series of numbers. Do you get it?
Okay. Yes.
So if I increase this to, let's even say I start from 11, for example. Sorry, 11, 14, all right, 17, 20. Can you see?
Yeah.
So the pattern is still the same thing. Why? Because I just keep adding plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. All right, it's the same thing across board. So that's what I'm trying to say. That forward field basically is just when you are able to identify that, okay, there's a pattern within your data, and then they can apply that method of forward field, right, or backward field. You understand?
Yep.
Okay. So that's that. So I'll stop sharing, and then you can share again. Okay.
Okay.
So but before we do that, we want to rename the column header to date. So double click this header, the first column, and just call it date. All right. Now right click it.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you see field?
Yes, I can see feel.
Yeah, there's an arrow in front of it. So fill up,
Yes.
fill down. So choose fill up. Let's see.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be fill down. All right. So, but if you use fill up, fine. All right. The pattern is consistent across the board. All right. But let's use
Wait,
fill down.
beg your apologies. The
Mm,
date was by day, so it's not supposed to actually be fill up. Why are we using fill down?
mm-mm. So look at it. Look at what I'm saying. It's zero ones. So the fourth row, look at the fourth row.
Okay. Yes.
So it starts
Okay.
with
Okay.
zero,
Yeah.
it
So
starts with zero to
you
zero
want
three
the
twenty.
sorry, come again, please.
The fourth row start with 0 to 03 2020, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. And then the seventh row start with what? 0 to 03 2020.
Yeah.
So if we look at it, um, so this is having three records. So basically, we're supposed to be having four. All right, for them, for this pattern of dates, 0103 2020, four records.
4 records there. 0320.
2020,
4 records as well.
exactly like that.
Okay. Okay, but now it's three.
Yeah. So it's what I'm saying that we can use
This
fill
is
down.
a fill down. Okay, let me just fill down.
So we cancel the last step, yeah, and then try to do fill down. Let's
Okay.
yeah, can you see that?
Yes.
Mhm. All right. So scroll down. Let me see. Let's go to the last row.
Yeah,
Okay.
the last row.
Okay, yeah. All right. So let's come to city. So now you can see that the date column now we have unvalid 100%, right?
Yes.
Error is 0%,
Empty 0%.
and then empty is 0%. Okay. Then the city, we have blank there, right? You can see that that's why we have empty to be 25%.
Yeah.
So we need to handle the city as well. So in this case now, for the city, are we going to use, it's a categorical data, I hope you know.
Okay.
And you're saying, okay, I hope you know it's a categorical data.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
All right. Because it is text, right? So it's categorical.
Yeah.
Mhm. So are we supposed to use mode, or we're supposed to use unknown to fill it with unknown?
I think
Hello? 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 Can you hear
Godfrey,
me?
can you hear me? Yes, please. Apologies, I got kicked out of the call for some reason. Let me share my screen. I was saying that we should use unknown, because how do we know? Like, if we use known, how are we sure that we are correct?
All right. Yeah. So we use unknown, okay? Because we don't want our analysis to be biased towards a particular city.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Okay. All right. So let's use unknown. So how do we do that? So we need to replace the blank with unknown. Okay. So
Okay.
right click the city column,
Hold on.
right click the city column, right click.
Okay.
Can you see replace value?
Yes, I can see replace values.
Here, click on it. Now, so it's saying value to find. So value to find is actually blank. Okay, so you're not putting anything there. So go to replace with. Now type unknown, starting with capital letter U. Click OK.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yes.
So we've handled the city column. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Um, so I think we are almost done here. So sales column is already 100%. City column is already 100%. And then date is 100%. But there's something we need to undo. All right. Now the date is in text. So it's supposed to be in date time. You understand?
The date is what? Sorry.
The date is in text, ABC text.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. It's supposed to be in date data type. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what do we need to do? So this is what we need.
Here. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Go ahead and click on.
The date.
Mhm.
Okay, now just saying error.
Exactly. No, I was actually expecting the error to show, all right, because I've worked with this data before. So now it's saying that we have -1% valid, -1% valid, and then 61% error, -1% empty, right?
Yes.
Good. Now if you scroll down, you will see error, error, error. Okay?
Yes.
Error, error, error. What does that mean? It means that 61% of this data is is having error because of the transformation you did. Do you understand? Now, this
Okay.
usually happen, right? When you're trying to convert a a date. I mean, trying to convert a data type from one. You're trying to convert a data from one data type to another data type to another data type, right? Now, cancel your last apply steps again. So I want us to look at this data first. Okay. So let's scroll down. Is there, so the reason why we have some of these things is because sometimes the date formats can be confusing. We can have what we call day, month, year, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
you can have month, day, year. So sometimes there's this bit of confusion, right? That happens where maybe some dates are taking a format and then another date is also taking a different format. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So scroll up again. Let's start from up. I want to check something.
Shagun,
Yeah.
noticing that I'm just noticing that in the city place, there's
Mm.
some what's it called that's not filled though. In the city column.
Oh, okay. The city column.
Yeah.
Okay, so cancel your last apply set for the replace value. Let's come back to the city.
Okay.
Click the drop down. Just hold on. Click the drop down for city. Okay, so we have blank there. Oh, okay. So there's even New York, New York, London there. Can you see that?
Yes.
So when you have something like this, it is inconsistent. All right. One London is starting with capital letter L. Another London is starting
Yes.
with capital letter small letter L. Right.
Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
same thing with New York. Right. This is inconsistent. So part of things that you need to
Okay.
do is to validate this data. All right. So you have to do what we call data validation. So data
Okay.
validation is actually a process of ensuring that there is consistency in your data. All right. And there is data integrity. All right. So you have to keep the integrity of the data and the consistency of the data before you start doing analysis. Do you get it now? So what that means
Yes.
is that we need to transform this column to ensure that they have the same um they have the same format. All right. So for example, if you are starting with capital letter, it should be capital letter all through.
Throughout.
Do you understand? If you're starting with capitalized, it should be capitalized all through. Now, capitalized means that the first letter of the word is going to be in capital letter. Do you get? The first letter of the word will be in capital letter. Do you get?
Yes.
Because York is a word. So the first letter there is supposed to be a capital letter. Do you get it now?
Yes, I
London
do.
is a word. The first letter there is supposed to be in what? Capital letter. So what we need to do first now is that click on cancel. Before we do the cleaning, click on cancel and then right click on city. All right. So the first thing we're going to do now is that we'll need to trim it first, and then we'll not do capitalize. So go to transform column. When I see transform column under chain type,
Yes.
yeah, can you see text transform?
Yep.
Yeah, click it, the arrow, click the arrow. Good. Can you see trim?
Yes.
Now, what trim does is that it removes white spaces. There are trailing white spaces in this column that we need to remove. Do you understand? Now,
Mm-hmm.
they are not visible to the eyes. Do you understand? It's like the way you press space on your keyboard. You know when you are in a Word document, for example, and you press space, you will not see anything. Do you
Yes.
understand? But if you apply space, that's what we call trailing white spaces. Do you understand? So it's not visible.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So we need to trim it first. So these are the things that you might need to do when you have applied that kind of a transformation, and then you are still seeing that there is blank there. It means that there's this trailing white space there. Do you understand that you need to undo? So click
Okay.
on trim. Like I said, what trim does is that it removes trailing white spaces. Okay. Now
Yeah.
let's now do replace with unknown again. So right click on it again and let's do unknown. So that we can scroll down and check if we still have blank. Replace values and then unknown. Now scroll down. Is there
Okay.
still blank there?
All of them are filled now.
All right. So it means that the white spaces was the one that you were that didn't allow us to fill all through. All right. So
Okay.
by trimming it now, you can see that when we apply replacing values with unknown, all the white spaces, or blank is no longer there. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So now let's come back to the date. Let's come back to the date. So dates now, we wanted to convert dates to um dates data type, right?
Yes.
Good. Now click on, there's something you click now that shows you the column distribution. Um, is it the header that you click or the this thing? It shows you the
I clicked this ABC and it showed me the data type.
no, no, no. It's not the data type. There's a column distribution that yes, this guy. Exactly. So this is your column distribution. So you can see the counts, you can see the error count, you can see the null count, you can see the unique counts. If you scroll down, you can see the minimum, the maximum date, right? The minimum date, the maximum date.
Mhm.
Mhm. All right. So in this case now, we want to convert this data to this data type. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. Cancel this and then right click on the date column. Now do um okay, do change type, click on change type, then choose dates. Let's see. Date, date.
It's still the same thing.
Yeah, no. So we're gonna have the error. Okay, so before we do change type, let's trim it again. Cancel your last apply. Let's trim this as well. So right click on
Okay.
it and then it will trim it. Go to transform column, text transform, then trim. Okay. Um Now do change data type. Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay. So we have errors there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this error, we need to undo the error. Now, because the error there is 61%, we cannot remove the error. So we need to be able
Yes.
to remove the error. Mhm. Because if you remove 61% of the data there, it means that
We have
the
tampered with it.
the numbers of records we have is going to be very small at the end of the day.
Yes.
All right. So right click on the dates again. So there is something called replace errors. There's something called remove
Okay.
error. Remove
I'm
error.
only saying replace errors. Yeah, I'm not saying remove error. Okay, I
No,
say remove error now.
there is. So there is replace errors. There is remove error. Like I said, if you do remove
Okay.
error, it's going to reduce the numbers of records that we have. So the best is we need to replace it. Replace error. All right. We need
Okay.
to replace the error.
So I
So
click on it.
hold on. So what are we going to use to replace the error? So that's another question. So what are we going to use to replace the error?
Yeah,
right?
because if we do what do you call it? If we do feel, it will create some sort of bias. So
If we do what?
if we do feel like we did for the empty space,
Yeah,
empty values,
yeah.
yeah, if we do feel, it will create some sort of bias.
Okay, so I get it. So I'm saying that we need to know what date that we're going to use to replace the error. All right. We
Okay.
need to know what date. So so this is what we're going to do. So this is text. Can we get the mode for this can we get the mode for this date? So cancel your last apply step. So let's see if we can get the mode. Go to transform tab,
Okay.
transform tab, tab. All right. Come in. There's something I'm looking for. Can you see that number column? Click the drum down. Let me see what is there. That number column is towards the right side.
Okay.
That's statistics. Can you click the drop down? Count values, count distinct values. Okay, it can only count. Okay. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. That distribution that you did the other time, can we do it again? The
It
distribution,
is
the distribution that we did that shows you the count, the minimum, the maximum. Can you click on it? Can leave that place. Just leave that place and click on the dates. I think you click on the header. No, no, not the data type. Yeah, I think you click on the header. So, yep, yep. Okay, so if can you see the value distribution on the right hand?
yes.
Okay. Now go to the first one. So all of them is showing you equal distribution right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you look at the bar, they are on the same straight line. Do you understand? If you look at the bar,
Understand?
they
Yeah.
are, they are on the same straight line. So they are showing you equal distribution, right? Now for dates, let's see maximum. Yeah, everything is showing you 3%, 3%, 3%. Okay, can you go to the other one? Scroll down for the other one where you have column statistics. What is the maximum date there?
31st of March 2020.
31/03/2020. Okay, 31/03/2020. So because we don't want to lose, so it's better to use 31/03/2020, which is the maximum value there. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And than to remove the errors, because if you remove the error, you're going to lose the other records, and it's going to affect your
Okay.
sales. It's going to affect your.
Yes. But then if we use the maximum, that's the
Mm,
31/03/2020,
mm,
like is I don't know that we are correct because like like some of the dates, I don't know if you
mm,
understand what I'm saying. So
uh,
like if we use 31/03/2020, but
mm,
the places that are showing error now, some of them can be 17, some of them can be 18, some of them can be 20. Do you get? But we're now filling it with the 31/03/2020, which is like it's not. If we are trying to track the records of say what day did we make one 1,438 sales? We
Mhm.
don't know that because we filled it with the marks. Do you get what I mean?
I get it. So this is the logic, right? The logic is if you leave this date column as text, yes,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to track
The
each of
actual
the dates
date. Mm-hmm.
exactly. But ideally, you're supposed to transform that date from text to date
To date.
data type. Ideally,
Okay.
all right. But because of this error now, so probably we can just leave it as text. Do you understand?
Yeah, but ideally it's supposed to be date.
Ideally, yeah, it's supposed to be a date column. Do you understand?
What
Ideally.
what difference does it actually make? Because we've already labeled it as date.
Yeah, there's a difference between text and date, and I'll show you the reason why. So the reason why is because, of course, for Excel, it makes sense. But when you start doing Power BI, so there's something called
Mm-hmm.
date hierarchy. So with text, you will not be able to see the different levels of dates. So when I say different levels of dates, for dates, you have month, you have year, you have day, right? And then you have quarter. So these are hierarchy within dates. You understand?
Okay.
For me
Mm-hmm.
to be able to drill down, for me to be able to drill down to these different levels of dates, it's not be possible with text data type. Does that make sense?
Let me be confused.
Okay, let me start again. So, like I said, this is Excel, right?
So
So we
it's
can
fine.
still manage it and leave it
Uh-huh.
as text. But something like Power
Power
BI,
BI. Yeah.
we have what we call date hierarchy. Date hierarchy means that you can drill down into the different levels of dates. So, for example, you can drill down into year, you can drill down into month, you can
Okay.
drill down into day, you can even drill down into quarter of
Okay.
the year. So, but with text, it is impossible to drill down. So you'll be able to drill down to these different levels I've mentioned. But if it is in that date format, you can see the drill down already. So that when you click
Okay.
on it, you can see what is happening for months. You can see the data distribution for months. If you click on year, you can see data distribution for year. If you click on
Okay.
date, you can see the data distribution for date. Do you get it now?
Yes.
So dates data type can afford us that. But with text, it's difficult.
We cannot get it. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yep.
So, but for Excel, we will still leave, we'll manage it. So we'll just see because the data is not much. All right. So because it's not all the data that you have this kind of error, right? So
Yes.
you might not be having this kind of error. You understand? It's just
Hmm.
specific to this kind of data.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just
Okay.
leave it.
So then, okay, no problem. My question now is that in Power BI, how do you then rectify it if you run into this type of issue?
Good question. So that is why we should be able to get the mode. All right. So that's why I'm saying that ideally you can use mode. All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you get the mode, instead of losing the data, all right, you can just use the mode to fill the errors instead.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
it's better
So
that
in
way
Power, yeah.
than losing the data.
Okay. So in Power BI, we just use mode
Exactly.
instead of clearing the whole data. Okay. Understood.
Yeah. All right. So cancel this one. I think we are done. So we'll just leave it as text. All right. So now what we need to do is let's go back to uh, so let's say another disadvantage of having it in text is that you won't be able to extract the different levels of hierarchies that we have in it. Let's say, for example, I'm interested in extracting months from here. I won't be able to do that.
Mm.
All right. So that's another disadvantage. If I'm interested in extracting, if I'm interested in extracting year, all right, I
So
won't be
if we had used date data type and we just want to find out like the sales that we made on the fourth day of that month, we can do that.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So go to Home tab. Don't worry, we're still going to touch some of these things in Power BI. So go to
Okay.
Home tab and close and load. So you can see now it's refreshed, right?
Yes.
All the cleaning and transformation that we have done is here already.
Okay.
Mhm. So it's there. So so let's say you don't want to analyze this kind of data, you can analyze it, right?
Shagun, sorry, question please. You know, when we were speaking about city and we noticed some of the inconsistencies,
Mhm.
we did not like actually. So you know, we filled it with unknown and then we trimmed, but
Mm.
there's still like a small letter L for London. How do we fix that?
Oh, sorry, that's skipped. I thought I already did that. So that's skipped actually. So let's go back. Sorry, thank you for bringing it back. I wanted to mention do that, but it skipped. So click on launch file correctly again. Thank you for bringing that. Because I know I mentioned something like that, data validation.
Yes.
Mhm. So now I click on city. Yeah. So now go to transform column, text column. Now click on capitalize each word. Good. Now click
Okay.
drop down for city. You can see now there is consistency now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, okay, okay. I
thank you for,
understand.
for bringing that to my notice again.
Okay.
All right. So there's consistency. All right. So because that is very, very important as well. So that you won't be having London, London. They'll be like, what's going on here when you're
Yeah.
presenting? All right. Because somebody, maybe the way they collected the data, somebody started with small letter and then
Yes.
another started with capital letter. You understand? So, but they are saying the same thing. You get.
Okay.
So your own work is to make sure that the data is properly validated.
Consistent. Yeah.
All right. So let's save these sheets. Okay. Let's save the sheet. Just do control
Okay.
X. I'll save. So another thing I want to talk about is
Okay.
so we need to do I need to show you what pivot table is. I need to show you what pivot chart is. So we can use this data. Then I will now use, when we are done with using this data, I will now generate a synthetic data based on brand marketing and stuff like that, right? You clean it,
Okay.
transform it together, we'll build a dashboard and all of that, right? And then when we are done,
Okay.
yeah, when we are done, I'll now give you a project. So that will be your first capstone project. So you go and develop me a report. Do you understand? So for this one now, so for this one now, we're gonna do the pivot charts, pivot table, pivot charts. All right, and then we'll just quickly do something very a simple dashboard for this. But the data is not much, right? Mm. So then we'll do another one again by using the synthetic data. We'll do end to end as well. All right, from data injection to cleaning, transformation to pivot table, pivot charts, to visualization to presentation. Right. So we'll do end to end.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about pivot table and pivot chart. So what is a pivot table? What is a pivot chart? So let's start with that. So sorry. Hmm. Now, a pivot table. basically it's actually a summarized version of your clean and consolidated data. Do you
Pivot
understand?
table is a summarized version of your clean and consolidated data.
Yep. So we can also define it as this way. It's an interactive data summarization tool used to aggregate,
Sorry, Shagun,
calculate.
you're clean and what? Sorry.
Okay, I said you can also define it this way. It is an
No, no, I'm talking of
interactive.
the first definition. I'm
Okay, the
taking
first.
notes, so I'm
Okay,
trying
the first
to.
definition. Okay, so I said pivot table is actually a summarized version
Mm-hmm.
of your clean and consolidated data
Okay.
or data
Then what's
sets.
the second?
Yeah, the second one is an interactive data summarization tool.
Interactive data summarization tool.
Yeah, used to aggregate, comma, calculate, comma, slice, comma, and reorganize large data sets. And reorganize
Reorganize
data
large data sets.
data sets without modifying the source data. Without modifying the source data or writing complex formulas.
Hmm.
Okay, do you get it?
Yes.
So a pivot chart. So on the other hand, the pivot chart is the direct visual counterpart. A pivot chart is a direct visual counterpart linked dynamically to a pivot table.
Direct, sorry.
A pivot chart is the direct visual counterpart. Visual.
Visual
Yeah.
counterpart.
Link dynamically to a pivot table. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a way of representing your data in a visual format. Do you get? That's what pivot chart is. So you have your tabularized data, right, which is a pivot table, and they want to visualize it. Do you get? That's what I say. But this visualization is dynamic, so that even if you change the number, if the number changes in the pivot table, it also automatically affects the charts. Do you get it?
Okay. Yes.
Mhm. So that's what we're saying. All right. So let's do that. Um, Now before you start creating your pivot table and pivot chart, so first um, you need to understand the kind of insight you want to generate. All right, that you probably might want to visualize as well, so that you understand the patterns, the distribution of that kind of a data. Okay, so what kind of insight do you want to generate? So you might need to write it down somewhere. So first, in this data, we have city, we have sales, right? So we
Mhm.
can talk about. So, for example, if I'm interested in which city has the highest sales, I has the highest total sales,
Mhm.
city with the most sales. Now that's one insight. All right, city with the least sales. That's another insight. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Which date recorded the most sales? That's another what? Another.
Insight.
Which date recorded the least sales? All right.
Yeah.
Mhm. So now we have how many insights that I've generated now? Four, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. So um, So there are so we just have four insights that we can generate here. All right. And then maybe you're interested in doing want to see the trend of sales. So you can see the sales trend. So that insight, the sales trend. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see the sales trend. So sales trend, how the sales is across each day, and then what's the trend like visually. All right, so that's another insight we can look at as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but how do we know the sales trend?
Yeah, so
Like,
we need to visualize it. All right,
okay.
so we'll visualize it. So first we need to have the pivot table, then we'll visualize it. Do you get?
Yes.
Mhm. So that's how we can do it. Okay, so what else? So let's start. So we've written out those insights, right? So let's create a pivot table for them. So to create a pivot table, you can either start with a new sheet or you can start from your consolidated data, whichever one. Right.
Yeah. Um,
So I will,
Second,
yeah,
please hold on.
okay,
Please hold on. Sorry.
no problem.
I just want to be sure that I have all five insights written down.
Okay.
I'm looking for the day that we recorded the most sales, the
Mm-hmm.
day that we recorded the least sales.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. No. Okay, the city that had the most sales,
Mm-hmm.
and then the city with the least sales,
Mm-hmm.
and then sales trend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
got it. So, like I said, there are two ways to do pivot tables. So you can start from a new sheet, or you can start from your clean and consolidated sheet. Okay. So I'll try to show you the two, and then whichever one is that you want to stick with, you stick with that one. All right. So the first one is go to the sheet one. We have the sheet one. I guess there's nothing there. All right.
Mm-mm.
Good. Now go to insert tab. Insert tab. All right. Can you see pivot table on the top left?
Yes,
And can you see recommended pivot tables as well?
yes.
Okay. Over your cursor on that recommended one. Is it
The only
showing
thing
up?
that no, the only thing that is showing is recommended pivot table.
Okay, click on it. Let me see. All this
Estimated
indentation.
reference is not valid.
Okay, interesting. Okay, just click OK. No issues. Okay, go back to pivot table. The first pivot table there. Yeah, click it. Okay. So now, so it's telling us to so choose the data that you want to analyze. All right. So ideally, you're supposed to type in the name of the data. So the name of the data is sales. So type
Yes.
sales here. Let's see. Yeah. The way it is written. All right.
Yes.
Good. Now, so it's saying choose where to place the pivot table. Is it existing worksheet or new sheet? So we'll leave it as existing worksheet. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll click OK. Okay. So we now have our pivot table. All right.
Yes.
You can see to build a report, choose the fields from the pivot table field list. So on the right, we have what we call the pivot table field list. Right. We
Okay.
have the three columns there showing date, city, and sales. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with city. So drag in city. So we have the rows, we have the value. So the rows and columns. So rows, when you are doing a visual, so you need to start. I mean, it depends on where you want to place it. Your categorical data can be on the rows, or your numerical data can be on the columns. Do you understand? Does that make
Okay.
sense? Yeah. Just like the way you have X and Y axis, right? So your categorical data can be on the X axis, while your numerical data can be on the Y axis. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so like the whole what do you call it? So like now we have the cities. The cities can be in the road, and then the what do you call it? Sales can be in the column.
Exactly. Exactly. But in this case now, so okay, drop city on the rows first. And then you can always interchange the two. Okay. Okay. Wha- so most of the time, it's not always about checking it. Sometimes you might need to drag it. Do you get?
Okay,
But
let
it's
me
fine.
try.
But you can always drag. No, you can drag it. No, drop it on the rows field.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can drag it. Now drag sales to values. Okay. So now look at this. You can see the city and sum of sales. So when you are doing pivot table, you will need to do aggregation. You need to do what?
Aggregation.
Yeah, if you look at the definition I gave you,
Question, please.
okay.
Question, please. This sum of sales, where is it getting this data from? Because the sales is way more than
That's why we are
like
saying that
the sales.
the pivot table is a summarized version, but it's based on the aggregate.
Okay.
Look at the definition I gave you. I said it's a summarized version, but it is based
Yes.
on what? On aggregate. So there is no way that you are going to do pivot table without aggregating it. That's the whole essence of doing pivot table.
Okay.
So, so which aggregate function do you now want to use? That will not be the next question. Okay. So for aggregate
Mm-hmm.
functions, we have sum, we have max, we have min, we have average. Do you understand? We have count.
Yes.
So these are aggregate functions that you can use. So looking at this now, so what we are saying is that we're having the city and their total respective sales. Does that make sense?
The city and their total sales.
Respective
So
sales. Yeah.
in this sales sheet now, in this spreadsheet,
Yeah.
this is this is a sum of all the sales that were made in those cities.
Yeah. You can go back to your sales sheet.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see
Okay.
that, for example, Toronto, for the first row, it's 1745. Toronto appeared somewhere again, two,
Yeah.
two, two something something, like that. So it's going to aggregate them all together as the total sales for
Okay.
Toronto. The same
Okay.
thing for
Okay.
New York, the same thing for London,
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
because we are interested in the city with the most sales, isn't it?
Yes.
So it is from here we will see it. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because if you don't um because it's not just to pick the maximum, all right. It's not make sense that way. So this is basically what we call bivariate analysis. All right. I talk about EDA the other time, which is also a type of data analytics.
Mm-hmm.
And I would mention univariate and bivariate analysis, right?
Yep.
So this is bivariate analysis, where you are comparing two data together, all right, based on aggregate or aggregation that you have done. Do you understand? So
Yes.
comparing two columns. So for example, in this case, it's city and sales. But in comparing it, you are applying aggregation on the numerical data. So whether it is sum, whether it is count, whether it is maximum, whether it is minimum. or you are aggregating it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what we're saying. So to answer that question of which city has the most sales, you have to do the sum first.
Yeah.
You cannot use maximum. No, it will not work. Do you understand? You have to aggregate it first, and then you now look for the one with the highest sales, total sales.
Okay.
Do you get that?
Yeah.
All right. So so the next thing we need to do now is that we will need to arrange it in a particular order so that we can see the one with the highest sales and the lowest sales. Okay.
This is the city that has the highest sales from this thing.
Yeah,
Hello.
you can see it now, but it's better you arrange it first.
Okay, so for like presentations and all of that.
Okay. So right click any of the values for sum of sales. Can you see sort?
Yes.
Yeah, click it. So you can see sort from smallest to largest, largest to smallest. So let's do largest to smallest. So can you see now?
Yes.
So unknown has the highest sales, followed
The
by the.
highest values.
All right. So unknown has the highest, followed by the. Okay. So the next thing here is we are going to visualize it. Okay. We're going to visualize
Okay.
it. So in visualization, so there's a document I'm going to forward to you, so you can probably later on take your time to look at it. Just read it. All right. So that document, that PDF is actually talking about data visualization. So it's just 12 pages. So it's something you can quickly read. All right. And if you don't understand, we can discuss it later on. Do you understand?
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, should I go for this class? Will there be notes?
Would there be what?
Notes.
Yeah, the Gemini is taking notes now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Just like the one I sent to you the last time, Abby.
Yes, please.
Yeah, there is Gemini is taking notes. All right.
Okay.
So so I'll forward it to you. Let me quickly do that now before I forget.
Okay.
So just read through it. Now, if you don't understand anything, we can come, like I said, and discuss it. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm. So 10 useful ways to visualize your data. The examples. So I've forwarded it to you.
Okay.
So it's in your WhatsApp. So you can download it later on.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So now, how best can we visualize this data? So we can either use bar charts, column charts. Bar chart and column charts are the same thing. Right. So we see column charts, I see bar chart, the same thing. All right. We can also use pie charts as well to visualize this.
Okay.
Now, I will give you condition for using pie charts. Right. If your categorical data is not more than 4, you can use pie chart. All right. If it's not more than 4, you can use pie chart. If it's more than 4, use a column chart. Okay, use a
If my
column.
categorical data is not more than 4, I should use pie charts. If it
Exactly.
is more than 4, I should use.
Column charts. Column charts. So, and when I say categorical data in this case, is your unknown, your Toronto, your New York, your London. That row labels is your categorical data. You understand? Your numerical
Yes.
data, is your sum of sales. Okay. So if
Okay.
your row label, which is categorical data, is not more than 4, you can decide to use a pie chart, right? Or instead, you can still use a column chart. But for you to use a pie chart based on best practices, your categorical data or legend should not be more than 4. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So please take note of that. Based on, like I said, based on best practices, because pie chart shouldn't be too clumsy, right? It shouldn't be too clumsy. Okay.
Okay.
When you see a pie chart that's having 8 sectors, 9 sectors, 12 sectors, right? It's a bad example of a pie chart. Do you understand?
Okay.
I believe you know what sector means.
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Okay. If you don't, I can show you diagrams so that in case you are not sure of what sector is.
Familiar with it. I mean, I don't mind seeing, but I think I have an idea of it, but I don't
Okay.
mind seeing.
Okay, I will show you what sector is.
All right.
So ideally we are going to use a column chart for this, not a pie chart, ideally. All right.
So when do we then use a bar chart?
No, like I said, bar chart and column chart are the same thing.
Okay. Oh,
So if
did you say? I
if
did
you're
not
saying
hear what you said that
if
too.
you're saying pie charts, when do we use a pie chart? All right. So for example, let's say you're talking about payment method, for example, you can use a
Okay.
pie chart. No, so pie chart basically means that you want to see the different contribution of each categories
Mm-hmm.
to your total sales. What like what's the proportion like? So you can see the percentage proportion. I mean the proportion in percentage, right, of each categories to the total sales. Maybe you are looking at a population and then you want to look at the each contribution of male and female, adult, young, old, right, to the total revenue. You can use pie chart or something like that. So anything that requires that you have to look at proportion, right, to see the each contribution or do you understand of those categories to the total to the totality or to the total revenue or total profit or total sales, right? You can use a pie chart for something like that. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's more of like proportion. Do you get to each contribution of each categories? So that's why I send you that document. So that document will give you a better idea of what
Okay.
charts represent. But I will, like I said, I'll further break them down if you have any questions.
Okay.
All right. So go to, can you see in this place, can you see where we have pivot charts? It's towards the right side. Pivot chart.
Um. Well, yes, I finished.
Yeah, click on it. All right. So you can
Okay.
see we have this is a column chart. So normally, I don't know if because of your Excel, normally it's supposed to show you the different chart options. So I don't know why it didn't show that. It's supposed to show you the different chart options. But
Okay.
this is a column chart. All right. So and you can see is in that descending order, right?
Yes.
Mhm. Now let's add data label to it. So data label.
Data label.
Yes. So what is data label? So data label is the data that comes or that shows for each category. All right. So for example, unknown. What is the data label for unknown? It is 158725. So it's going to be showing on top of that bar for unknown. All right. So whichever
Okay.
position you choose, it can be on top of the bar, it can be within the middle of the bar or down the bar. You understand? You can see when you over your cursor on it, it's showing you a value.
Yes, that's the label.
So that's the label. But instead of you having to put your
Over
cursor
on it.
over your cursor on it, you can just have
It
the
should
label.
just be showing.
Exactly. So that's what we call data label. All right. And then we'll rename the title and then we can remove the grid lines. All right. And then so some other things that we can also do to customize it in a more better way, we can do that as well. So now click outside of these charts. Okay. Okay, click the charts again. Let me see. I want to see there's something that is supposed to show. Why is it not showing? Hmm. So you're supposed to have we're supposed to have a plus sign that's supposed to show, all right, on this chart, but it's not showing. So what we're going to do is that let's try if there is another way we can do that. Right click on the chart. Hmm. Okay, can you see change chart type
Yes.
over your cursor to the arrow? You can see those are the other charts. Yeah. So normally it's supposed to show on that pivot chart that we click that time. Yes.
Okay.
Mm. But that's not where we're going to. All right. Go to, can you see the format tab there? Up there. Format.
Yes.
Yeah, click on it. Okay. So this place is where you can format the charts. All right. You can format the charts. You can change the, so there's the shape field. The shape field is looking like blue. You can change the color. All right. You can change the color. So you can do different things here just with these ribbons that we have here. Okay, we can do different things.
Okay.
Design. Let me see design. Design tab. Okay, I think this is what I'm looking for. Click on, I think it's design tab. Click on the chart again. You have to click on the chart. Then go to design. Okay, good. Uh, chart. Can you go to the chart elements? Add chart elements. Exactly. So I think it's just the way your Excel is. All right. So go to data labels. Data labels. Yeah.
Yes.
So click. Let's add it to the outside end. Can you see it?
Yes.
Mhm. And then you can decide to change the layout of your chart. You can see the design. There are different designs here. You can decide to choose any one that you're okay with. All right. And I can also change the color. You can see change colors. Right. If you don't like that color, you can choose any other color. Do you understand? So you can choose any other.
Yes. I want purple. I'm not seeing it. Not working.
Is that
I can change the colors, but they are not working.
okay? Click, yeah, click on the bar.
Okay.
It's,
No, okay, don't worry about it, please.
it's not changing. Okay, right click
Uh-huh.
on the bar that you've selected. Right click on the bar. No worries. Just right click on the bar. Go to uh go to auto. Let me see auto fill. Let me see what is there. Auto fill, auto fill. Oh, oh, it's supposed to change the color. Click on the drop
Uh-uh.
down for the change color. Uh, Did you choose another color? I didn't change.
Oh, okay, that's changed now.
Oh, okay. Then you can delete the data labels as well. So just press delete. I mean the grid, sorry, the grid lines.
Just press delete.
Yeah, press delete and everywhere.
But what is deleted? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that grid line is what you have removed.
Okay.
So let's title it. Just title it. All right. Double click on the total. Yeah, double click on it. Edit text. Yeah. You can say what do we call it now? City with the most city by let's call it city
Um,
by total sales. Yeah.
okay.
So city by total sales. So then rename the sheet one. Rename the sheet one down there. So call it city by total sales. Now go to the chart. Go to the chart. Remove the total there. That total that is standing in that isolated place. Click on it and press delete. And then
Okay.
if you want to, you can also remove the y-axis values. All right. You can just click on them and press delete. Good. So you can have something like this. And then you can also change the if you want it, you don't want it to be rectangular, you can want to make it coffee like a rounded corner kind of so rounded rectangle.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that as well. So all these ones are things that you can play with. All
Yeah.
right. Mhm. So this is our pivot chart, right? Um, and then if you want to hide unknown, I think you can also hide unknown. If you like, you don't want that unknown to be there, you can hide it. I think you have to right click on
But why
no
are we hiding it?
no, I'm just saying like if you want to
No, I'm
hide,
just saying, like, is it not part of the report?
yeah, it is. So someone might decide to say, okay, I want to hide a bar, right? And then you want to hide it. How do you do that? It's what I wanted to show you.
Okay,
So
okay,
I'm not
okay,
saying that you have to like compulsorily hide your name.
okay.
Okay, so right click on the unknown bar. Let me see if that hide even works here. Uh, expand collapse. Go to expand/collapse. Let me see what it says. Okay, it's not there. Okay, go to the row labels on the pivot table. Click the drop down. The row labels
These both labels.
on
Okay.
the pivot table. The drop down. Okay, so you can uncheck the unknown. I think that's another way you can hide it. If you uncheck it, yeah, it's
I
supposed to.
suppose
No,
no.
no, no, no. Don't clear filter. Just come out of it. Let me see. It's supposed to.
Okay.
No, no, come out of the stuff. Yeah. So you can see we have just have three. So that's another way of hiding it. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But you can leave the unknown. Yeah. So that we will know that it's as a result of data error imputation. Right. Some data were not properly collected. So we can
Okay.
leave it. Okay, so that's that. So we've done city. So let's do the next one. So the next one is so yeah, we can tell that the city with the most with the most sales and the least sales, you can tell from here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so the next thing is the date. So now how do we want to create another pivot table? So we need to create another pivot table, right? So
Should we
go
go
to,
to another thing?
yeah, you can open a new sheet or yeah, just open a new sheet. So let's use that approach. Then go to insert pivot table. No, you need to If you are clicking on the sheet to just come out of that sheet too.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Pivot table.
Yeah. Then the name of your
The
data cells. Okay. All right. So now bring in dates on the X and the rows. So you can see this is the date. Exactly. So this is the,
okay.
yeah. And then you can use a line chart for this.
A line chart.
A line chart, not line, no. Not line chart, line chart.
Line chart. Okay, okay, okay.
So go to pivot chart.
Pivot chart.
So we're supposed to use a line chart. You can also use a bar chart, but I think a line chart is ideal for this. So
Okay.
yeah, so you can see the trend. You can
No.
see the trend. I think that there's no option to change the chart type there.
Yeah,
I think
that's what I was looking
I think
for.
you, I think you have to go to design. Go to design. Let's
Or
see.
format. Okay, no design.
Change. Is there any change charts there? Yes, see it
Yes,
there.
change chart type.
Exactly. So
Inline.
yeah, so you can use a line with a marker, a line with a marker.
A line with a marker. Okay, so like this one.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. So you can see the trend of the sales. So you can expand the chart to the right a bit. Exactly.
Okay.
So this shows you the trend, right? For the dates. So this shows you the trend. You can call it sales trend. You understand? And then if you don't want
Yeah.
the date, if you want the date label on the x-axis to be vertical, it's standing vertically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we can rotate it to 45 degrees so that it can be slanted.
Should we rotate now?
Yeah, so how do we rotate? Good question. So right click on it. Right click on it.
All right, click.
Right click.
All right, click. I see the options.
I'm not
Can you see?
I'm not seeing it yet. Okay, I can see it now. I think it's network. Just hold on. Hold on, it's network.
Okay.
It's a bit blurry. Okay, go to format axis. Click on format axis. Let me see. Okay. Um, Go to labels. Expand the labels. Scroll down a bit. Sorry, it's not.
Play.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what is there.
Okay, so in labels, there's interval between labels, automatic, special, specify interval unit, distance from axis, label position.
Label position. Okay, what is in the label position?
Let me quickly drop down. Next to axis, high, low, none.
Okay. So I'm looking for the one that shows rotation, actually. Rotation. Can you see anything like rotation?
No.
Can you see up there where you have text options?
Text
Oh,
options.
yes, up there. Can you see text options? This thing is,
Mm, okay, yeah, I've seen text options.
yeah. What can you
So
see under
what's
text?
here? Text field, text outline.
Expand the text outline.
Okay.
What's there?
No line, solid line, gradient line, gradient line rather.
Okay, look at the tabs, the different tabs under the text outline. Let me see what is there.
Different tabs under. Okay.
Yeah,
The solid line, I think you just bold in the text, and then the gradient line. I don't think this is what we are looking for.
no, no, no. So I'm not saying you should check them. Don't check them. Just can you see that tabs that appear under that is above the text field? That thing that is above it. There's a second one. There's a third one. Yeah, that thing. The
Yes,
second one. Yeah, just check those things there.
text effect,
Okay. Text effect.
shadow, reflection, glow, soft edges, 3D format, 3D rotation,
Okay. Rotation.
and then the last one is text box. Okay,
Okay.
okay, I think I've seen it.
Exactly. So this is what I'm looking for. Can you try
So
uh
there is rotate all text 90 degrees, rotate all
can you
text
see
270.
can you see custom angle?
Yes, I can see custom angle.
Yeah, plus 45 there.
45.
Yes, please.
45. Okay.
Yeah. Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right. So this is what I was looking for.
Okay.
So we can leave it like this because if you leave it horizontally, it will
Confusing.
it will shrink the dates. All right,
Yes.
to shrink the dates. And so you now have to now start expanding the charts. Do you get?
Yes.
Okay. Then you can if you like you can change the color. There's the color of the line charts, and then the marker. You can also change the color of the marker so that the marker color is a bit different from the line. The marker is the one that has those dot on the line. Like call them marker.
Okay, so we should how do we change the color? Okay.
So you can see
Change
that the marker color
color.
is written as a line chart, so you can change the color of the marker.
The color only changed the what is it called? It changed the entire.
So you have to
I,
click on one marker. Click on
yeah,
the
I clicked
one
on one
marker.
marker and then it clicked on all other markers.
Yes. Then go to right click on it. When you click on it and
Okay.
right click on it,
Okay.
what are you seeing there?
Sort, filter, expand collapse, sort, show detail, reset to match size, change data, change chart type, select data, add data label, add
Mhm.
trade line,
Mm-mm.
format data point, autofill,
Format, format. Is there format there?
format data point.
So it's supposed to be marker. Can we go back to to the test that we saw the other time?
So the okay, hold on.
No, no. Click on the line itself. Just click on the line chart itself.
Okay,
Go to format exactly. Now go to the first one. Go to the first one. Yeah,
that's
that
it. Paint,
yeah,
fill and
yes.
line.
Yeah, good. Good. Now go to
Marker.
you can even smoothen it if you want. Yeah, go to marker first.
Okay.
Then you can change the color. Yeah, change the color to a different color from there.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Is it changing?
Yeah, that's changed.
And then you can smoothen the line. If you don't want it to be zigzag, you want to have a smoothing effect. You can also smoothen it as well.
How do we smooth the line?
Yeah, the place we went to before that shows you yeah, that place. Click on it. Scroll down. Can you see
Smooth
smoothed?
line. Yeah.
Check it.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so rename it, rename the title, and then delete the total there. All right. And then you can add
Yeah.
data label to it. But if you add data label to it, it might be a little bit clumsy. All right, so you can just leave it like this. Okay.
Okay.
Mm. Then you can remove the grid lines. Remove the grid lines.
Mm.
So this is basically what we call sales trend. Okay. So rename the sheet to sales trend.
Wait, I'm trying to remove the grid line.
Mhm. Just click the grid lines. It will show you that it is highlighted exactly.
Okay.
Then delete.
Okay.
Next.
Sales strength.
Yes, sales trend.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so we have two charts. So we have the city and then we have the sales trend. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one other thing I would love to do is what other insight did we mention? So we mentioned city with the most sales.
Least sales. Dates with the most sales, dates with the least sales, and then sales trend.
Okay. So which date is the most sales? So let me show you that one. So create a new sheet again.
Okay.
So the aggregate you are using here is not going to be sum. All right. It's going to be a different thing.
Okay. Let
So do
me
your
put
pivot table.
it.
Do your pivot table. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we are looking for the date
Mm-hmm.
with the most sales.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But now we're not using sum of sales. Okay. So we're going to change it. So how
How
do
do
we
we
change?
change it now?
Yeah. How do we change it? Can you see a drop down on that place where you have sum of sales? Yeah, that place. Is there a drop down there?
Yes.
Yeah. Change it to maximum. Now sort it. If you change it to maximum, right?
Yes, I've changed it to maximum.
You will now sort it. Sort in a particular order, descending or ascending. Right click on the
Okay.
sales. Right click on the sales, any of the values in the sales, and you will see sort.
That's just too small. Determine which pivot table field to sort by. Second, did you hear?
What did you say?
It said cannot determine which pivot table field to sort by.
Cannot determine when you try to sort.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
I can see, but it's not clear.
It's blurry. Okay. Okay. So I right clicked and then I went to sort.
No, no, no,
Then
no.
what's
You
it?
click, you click on one of the data in that
Okay.
column,
Okay.
not the header, one of the data. Just right click on one of the data.
Okay. 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 I've done that. I've sorted it now.
All right. So
I
which
did.
date has the highest sales?
The 3rd of March 2020 has the highest sales.
So we can visualize it as well.
Yeah, let me make
So use a bar chart for this. Yeah, this is okay.
yeah. I did a bar chart already.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we can also do top five sales by dates.
Hey, how can we do that?
So that will be your next. That will be the next sheets. So finish this one first. All right. Rename the sheet, and then we'll open a new sheet.
Materials. Okay. Okay. Do we want to put the sales, like the actual figures?
The label, right?
Yes.
So I think you can do a label for one of the bar instead of doing for. I think
Oh,
there's a way you
to
can do
make it
it.
look very congested.
No, no, I'm saying instead of all the bars. So the label will just be for the one will be for the tallest bar.
Okay.
So right click on it.
Add data labels.
Yeah.
So I only right clicked on one. That's okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
All of them automatically, what is it called? Well, no problem.
All of them
Finish.
automatically added.
Yeah,
You
and
can,
it's too much.
yeah, I know. So you can delete,
The other one.
yeah, you can delete the other ones.
Okay.
I think
Let
there
me
should be a
try.
way where you can actually add for one instead of for all.
And data. Oh, sorry.
You have to be sure that one bar is highlighted, not all, because that's another.
Yeah. How?
So when the all is highlighted,
Mm-hmm.
you click on the tallest bar. All right. Then click on the tallest bar.
I clicked on the tallest bar and everything is highlighted.
There's a way you can do it that all the all the bars will not be highlighted, just one will be highlighted.
Okay, I think I've done it.
Uh-huh. So let's see if you can add data label to that. Right click and add data label.
Okay, I've added.
Did it work?
Yes.
All right. So that shows you, and you can also change the color for that particular bar as well. So that it will be
Oh,
different from the other bar for that particular bar.
Hmm.
Okay. I think you can do that one later on.
Yeah, I can find a way around it.
Yeah, find a way around it. So the next one I want to show you is top five sales by date, right? And then we'll stop there. So in the next class, I will create a synthetic data, and then we'll do end to end. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll create dashboard. We analyze, we clean, transform, analyze, um, create the dashboard, create our reports. So that will be end to end.
Okay.
So
Okay. So let me insert the table here.
yeah, pivot table, yeah.
Date, sales, but we are not doing some. So we're doing max bar.
No, no, we're doing some.
We're doing some now.
Yeah, some, yeah, some. So leave it as some. So what you now
Okay.
do is that click the drop down for that row later on. Uh sorry, I can't. I'm trying to see what is there.
See, oh, sorry, my network.
What
Okay,
what
so there's sort ascending, descending, and there's sort by date, and there's filter by label, by value, and then there's select all
okay.
with all
Uh
the dates.
okay, there's filter, there's sort by. Click the drop down for sort by.
Okay.
What do you see there?
Date, date and sum of sales.
Okay, data and someone else. Hmm. Okay, go and click the drop down for sum of sales. The column for sum of sales, the drop down.
Okay. Summarize by some count.
No, no, not this one, not this place. On the table, pivot table itself. The drop down
Oh,
for sum
okay.
of
Okay. There's no drop down for sum of sales. There's only
there's
row.
no drop down. Okay, right click it. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see if it shows. So we're supposed to have something like a um some saying sorts. What else I'm saying? What else is there after sort? What is there?
Select formulas, remove sum of sales, summarize values by show values as value field settings, pivot table options, hide field list.
Hmm. Okay, there's something I'm actually looking for. So you can filter by. Okay, go to the row labels again. Let's see that filter by. Is there anything like top end there?
Row
Top
labels,
end.
filter by top end,
Okay, under the filter by, what are the two options there?
by label and by value.
So click by value. What is under the by value? The drop down arrow.
Equals, does not equals,
Is there
greater than or equals. Yes, there's top 10.
top end, right?
No, there's top 10, top 10.
Top 10.
Yes.
Okay, click it.
Okay.
Is there a place where you can type numbers there on the
Yes.
top? Okay,
Yes.
so let's do top 5
5. Okay.
or top 7. Do 7.
Okay. Top 7.
Then what is beside it after the number?
Item.
Item. Okay. Okay, leave it as item. Uh, so that's fine. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about. So this basically shows you uh, the 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 top five sales, right, for each date.
Yeah.
Top seven sales rather for each date. So you can visualize this one as well using column chart.
Column chart. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Electronic.
Okay. So I think that's all. So you can just format it, and then we're going to continue from here in the next session. So in the next session, we'll create a new data. We're going to do that together. So we're going to use AI to do that. All
Oh,
right. And then we'll transform it, and stuff like that.
okay. No problem.
So today you've learned how to clean, how to transform, how to create a pivot table and
Yes.
pivot, and then how to customize, format a pivot chart as well.
Yes.
All right. So that's good. So you can play with this. If you have any other what's it called now? Any other insights you want to generate that you want to play with, you can try to do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So one week on Tuesday, we'll continue from there.
All right. No,
Any question?
no, I've asked you the questions.
No question. Okay.